you look at a fertilizer label, it typically will show three numbers, which is the ratio between nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And in the United States, these numbers actually represent the percent weight in the chemical formula of nitrogen, or N, phosphate, P2O5, and potash, K2O. And in contrast, in Europe, the fertilizer label is likely to have elemental NPK without the oxygen atoms in potash and phosphate. And this difference in labeling is something that's purely historical. But it's important if you're comparing products from different countries, and also if you're doing fertilizer dilutions and you want to know how many parts per million of elemental NPK you're going to be applying from a particular fertilizer product in solution. This app in backpocketgrower.org converts between N-P2O5-K2O to NPK or vice versa, and it shows how that's going to affect the parts per million of N, P, and K in a solution. To use this app, go to backpocketgrower.org in your browser, choose Tools, and then under the Tools group, Fertilizers, Nutrients, pH, and EC, you'll find one called Convert Fertilizer Label between N-P2O5-K2O and elemental NPK. That's the app that we want. And you open that up. It's a very simple set of options. So let's assume that the fertilizer label is in American units of N-P2O5-K2O. And let's say that this fertilizer was 15-5-15. So we can put 15% nitrogen, 5% phosphate, and 15% of potash, and hit calculate, and it tells us that we would have, in fact, in elemental percentages by weight, it would be 15% N, 2.2% P, and 12.5% K. And in a solution, if we mix that fertilizer as a water-soluble fertilizer at 100 parts per million of nitrogen, we'd have 14.5 ppm of P, phosphorus, or 83 ppm of K, potassium. It's as simple as that.